Hi everyone, my name is Satan or Alyssa Vamp Art on the internet. I go by she or any pronouns as long as it's not derogatory. Yes, I took that from Zach because it's great. Tonight I will be playing Yuiza, everyone's favorite, or at least my favorite Roblox. The prettiest princess and the god's favorite girl in the world, it's fine.
Hey everybody, I'm Zachary Vaudo. Tonight I am returning as your Damphir blind wild oracle, Audat Chijin. Any pronouns are fine. You can be derogatory, but only if we agree on it.
Oh my gosh, we're back. Yate, I'm Abby. Tonight I will be your Fiskorth, our holding cleric of Keening, and our pronouns are both she, her. Our moms picked them out.
Hey, you didn't see you there. Hey, everybody, I'm RJ. Today I'll be playing Sulong Shen. We both go by he, him. He's a druid barbarian, and I'm a menace to society.
I am so glad that I swallowed my protein shake before Zach made that joke because it was almost a repeat of the last spit take that I did on stream. Hey, everybody. My name's Sarah Roberts. I will be your GM for this evening. And is there anything else I need to say at the start of this? I don't think so. Let's bring everybody back in. Last we left off, you were all exploring this temple that you uncovered beneath another long forgotten temple. And you encountered some rather odd, were they traps or tests, do you all think? Confronting memories of your past, some of your darkest moments, pivotal in who you became today. As you went further and further in, you judged yourself and maybe others, and found yourself wandering through the latter half of this area. An old and musty library, cobwebbed, dust an inch thick. Sulong uncovered a new little friend. You uncovered your new torch mimic friend, leaving the other torches alone on the wall. And as you all moved through, you followed Arat into what appeared to be the bunk room, pulling out a few magic items, the bands of Lost and Found, and walking into another room, Arat, even Yuiza discovered something else. A large platform, likely an altar, with a mighty hammer sitting atop it.
That's right, I remember, and then I'm running my hand over it and say, This symbol is the same as... This is the same as under the mayor's house.
Yes, it is. So, does Tyr just have multiple Tyr themed dungeons in the world? Is that what he does? Because this is a little bit it's becoming less of a coincidence the more we find the same thing,
In a way, it does make sense, because if I'm remembering correctly, I was not part of this, but under the mayor's house, there were those mirrors that you all had to face a challenge in. And then here as well, there has been many challenges, and Tyr is a god of justice, so it seems as though his followers are building trials, perhaps?
I didn't sign up for trials.
I don't think we sign up for trials, I think they just happen.
I feel like that should be legal.
You could probably take it up with Tyr if we ever run into him.
Well, I will, okay?
No, I wouldn't actually do that.
Hey GM, as they're having this little conversation, could I tap into my nerdiness and try and determine what I might know about clergies of Tyr from what I've read? If they do have these widespread dungeons of tests?
Sure. Go ahead and roll for Tyr knowledge.
Roll
At
disadvantage, baby!
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
I'm a cleric. I can roll for religion. It'll be so fine.
It'll be so fine.
Yeah.
All right, first roll's a 2, so that'll be a 4. Second one was also a 2, also a 4.
Okay. You're not sure. You're not a follower of Tyr. You do know as a cleric that different religions interpret the will of the gods in different ways and honor them in different ways. Tyr deals with justice, and you all had to apparently judge yourself. But it feels a bit intricate to you.
Well, I must say, my dears, this is certainly a bit ostentatious for tests of faith, if I do say so myself. And I'm coming from where I come from, so that is quite a bit of ostentatiousness.
Very fair. I am simply making an assumption, trying to connect dots. I don't follow. Well, you already know I don't follow any particular deity. I can't say for certain.
DM.
Yes.
Is there anything inscribed on the hammer?
You don't see anything that stands out to you. It's fairly large. You'd struggle to pick it up.
Oh, I have a 6 strength. Yeah, I struggle to pick up a lot of things. Sulong, this is more for you.
Yeah, Sulong will approach the door and peek his head in. Is that a altar?
Yes. To the hammer god.
God of justice and all those terrible things that come with it.
Right, but why is all the Tyr idolatry coming out now? Like, under the mayor's mansion, here.
That's what I said.
It's kind of spooky in here, don't you think, for a god
That's
of
what I
justice to take up
said.
residence? Am I just gonna... Okay, so one brain cell, one. This is weird. I think I'm going to leave the hammer there, just in case it's cursed.
But what if we need it for another test? Apparently we're going through trials that we did not sign up for, which I think should be illegal. What if we need it? And I can't take it.
With a heavy sigh, Sulong steps in and regards the hammer before putting a hand down and picking it up.
You go to pick it up. What's your alignment?
It is neutral good.
Okay. Roll me a wisdom save.
13.
Nothing happens. You're able to pick it up. It feels exhaustingly heavy in your hands. This hammer is one of the largest great hammers that you've ever seen. Bigger than the warhammer that you lost.
Great axe.
Great axe, sorry.
That's a really big hammer.
Yeah. Yeah, Sulong actually just looks like he's visibly struggling to hold it.
Oh, that is a really big hammer.
That's quite the disturbing image. I've never seen him not be able to lift something. Struggling.
I've never seen that either. That's
It's actually
Maybe.
quite worrying.
It's because I'm not worthy of wielding the hammer of Tyr.
Did you ask the hammer politely?
Oh, hold on. He'll put it back down on the pedestal.
Is it like a worthy thing or like an actual strength thing? Because I'm probably not good for either, to be honest.
All 4 arms shoot up in a shrug. This is not really in my wheelhouse. Adventuring, yes. Magical items,
Wait, how heavy? Is she just gonna pull the hammer?
Have you seen that part of the Avengers where everyone's trying to pick up Thor's hammer?
Yeah.
That's you, Yuiza.
Wow, that's like not moving at all. Wow. Okay.
Are we all seeing if we can pick up the hammer?
Well, I wanted to know if it was like, like a worthy thing, like he said, or like a strength. It's definitely a strength thing. I just want to make that clear.
With a shrug, I'll reach over to pick up the hammer.
Okay. What's your strength score?
12.
It's difficult. You get it a little bit off the ground before it thunk back down.
I just tip it up and lean it. Well, are we taking it or are we leaving it? Then, if it's this heavy.
Well, Fiskorth brought up a good point, and he'll like look down at the hammer. So we might need you later. Kind of just squinting, not really sure.
I want everyone to remember this moment where Sulong said I brought up a good point.
Can we take you with us? If you're not used in our adventure down here, we'll find you a good home surface side where, people actually polish you and stuff.
We know of other altars.
Sulong will then reach down and try and pick up the hammer.
Roll me a wisdom save.
6?
I think your wisdom save in the dice roller was
Please
better
let
than
this hammer
that.
be stupid. Please let this hammer be stupid.
My dice was better. It was a 13.
Oh my god.
You go to reach for the hammer, and it almost flies at you. It almost dances up and swings back in the opposite direction, narrowly missing you again.
Sulong's gonna punch the hammer.
Okay.
Punch at
You
the
go-
hammer, like, hey, motherfucker. Or, crap. I'm not raging, so...
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you bat your cat, if they try to bite you. It's like,
16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Did you need all 4 hands intact, or?
4 bludgeoning damage.
Sulong, there is a golden sheen that comes over this as you take 4 bludgeoning damage.
He staggers back.
Would you like to
doubled
roll
over.
investigation?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
That is 12 16.
As this golden light flares up around this object, you see up towards the head of the hammer small carving in the band that would hold it onto the stick thingy. I don't know what it's called. The part that
Got
you
it.
hold.
Handle.
Hilt.
It lights
handle.
up gold.
It's golden pretty. Are you okay?
That was quite the tumble you took, my dear. You do you need assistance?
Sulong laughs. He starts laughing. It's a hearty, like, good-natured laugh. And he will look up at the hammer. All right. 1, sorry about that. 2, cool.
I think we lost him. I think he broke.
It's a magic flying hammer. How do you not find this impressive?
Oh, it's very impressive.
It would be more impressive if it weren't attacking you.
Yeah. Or you attacking it, but then you doubling. Oh, I don't know what happened there, actually.
It's really cool.
It is. Is it gonna attack all of us? Can you ask that question? Does it answer only to you? Is it only talking to you? Why can't we hear it? Does it have a voice?
No, it's not talking to me. I'm just impressed.
I know, I'm also curious.
You look at the hammer. Like, is it making any more aggressive actions?
Are
or-
you looking at the part that lit up gold?
Yeah, sure. It's the entire hammer, so.
It's just that band. And as you get closer to it, you see an inscription on it that reads, only one who strikes with justice may wield the god's hammer. Only one who returns it to its rightful place may be its master.
Sulong will repeat those words.
It may be a long shot, but I am still considered a woman of the cloth. I've taken pilgrimages. I might be able to enter these sorts of places, or at the very least find them. Perhaps I could carry the hammer, if we swear to return it.
If it lets you, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be very picky. But, hi, Hammer. Are you okay if Biscorth kind of like grabs you and returns you to your rightful place or person, or?
I will very gingerly approach this and just hook a talon. Before I even go to hook a talon under it, I just say, I recognize you as the instrument of a god of justice, and this is not your proper home. You have been stolen, ferried away, placed in here far from where you belong. I beseech thee and your patron to grant me the vision of where you seek to be, and just will that out into the air.
She's so much better at words than we are. This is too long.
Viscorth was raised that way, so.
She was also raised in a cult.
True.
Viscorth, go ahead and roll me the wisdom save at advantage.
Oh my god, at advantage, let's go! Ah! All right, let me make this roll. I'm so cool, I'm so chill. All right, with advantage. First roll's an 18.
Okay.
And the next one was a 19. And with my wisdom saving, that is going to be 23 total.
Viscorth, you barely hover your little nubbin claw over this item. And you speak these words and promise your oath to return it to where it belongs. And it glides into your hand. You go to pick it up. It's light as a feather.
I think it takes, I think she's expecting to heave it, so she has that moment where, she flies back, sitting on her butt, just holding this. God hurt me. Tia hurt me. I'm going to return the hammer. We're going to take it home.
Are you is this like your new god? Is this what just happened?
This falls silent as she thinks about that. This has been the first positive response, not a response of pain. The Bloodfather has always pulled on guilt, sorrow, blood, agony. This was determination. I'm not quite certain yet, Eureka. I must admit I've only experienced one divine intervention in my life, but perhaps I will see this mission through, however, and if Tyr finds me worthy, perhaps he may welcome me into his fold.
I think that may be the proper approach to this.
You're so worthy.
I try, my dear.
You have to see if justice stands out to you as the truest calling over anything else, but
I mean,
it's certainly a good sign.
she's already against landlords.
True. Oh, you and I are going to make splendid friends on this journey of ours, she says to the hammer, and then, kind of holding it like a baby, looks at the rest of the group. Well, my worthy companions, shall we escort him out, or do we delve deeper into the darkness?
Is there more darkness to delve into?
There was something in the previous room that I didn't get to examine. I felt something over there, but if there is nothing there, then we should probably leave. And I'll go back down towards the library room.
Okay. Viscorth, you have a hammer that has been added to your character sheet. You can ignore any strength requirements to wield that. but we can talk about it later, what it is, in a seat at the table, unless it comes up in session.
What stat am I rolling with to search? Was it perception or investigation?
Go ahead and use investigation.
Okay, then it's a flat 15. As I walk the room and do what I should have done, that I've done in every other room in this entire campaign except for this.
You walk the room. You feel quite a few dusty scrolls, and you find some tomes that seem rather interesting. But as your fingers dance across the spines of the books and the papers that are laying scattered, find a scroll. Would you like me to send you the text, or would you like me to read it to you?
Read it to me, please.
Okay. The scroll. It's an unsigned, crumbling scroll written in the old common language. Letters are neat and slanting, a bit faded with age. They're kind of hard for you to feel on the page. Fools, all of them. Until we can restore what was broken, we are to be the keepers of fragments. The eyes of above have foretold what will come to pass should the relics be obtained by the betrayers. May Tyr guide our hands as we protect her. A deal was struck behind the gates of the moon. There she will be protected under the eye of her mother's confidant, and the rage of warriors will act as a barrier to her. She is but a fragment, but Tyr's justice demands us to seek those who sought to break and bind her. And I will copy and paste this for you as well.
Thank you. I will be reading this out loud. As I get like halfway through, I start reading it out loud. And at the end of it, say, we knew that there were relics down here, and we know about Tyr, but it does a quick shift from talking about what seems to be objects to a feminine figure.
I must admit I do not know much of surface gods, but was Tyr married, betrothed, had a female companion of sorts, a sister, a mother, a lover, perhaps?
From my time in many temples, many of the gods had many familial relations. I cannot think of a specific one for him. I'm not a scholar, but
I am a scholar and I don't even know, but an underground scholar. We do have the library back in the city. Once we return, we'll have to look into things. This might have to do with how we return our friend here back to the rightful place.
Well, thinking about all the other gods that we have encountered, there's Bathsheba. But she doesn't sound like she would be Tyr's friend. There's your sister, who gave me a golden frog. Forgot her name. Lady Luck. I love her. Timora. See, I was thinking Tyr, like Tyr, and I knew it was similar, right? But I got the feather from like the Raven Queen, which is pretty cool. Look, it's in my hair.
I must admit, we have quite a few gods tangling in between us. Might give us a complex. Goodness. But that is an interesting connection to bring up, Yuisa, as like Fist is like trampling along the hallway, kind of skipping along with her new hammer friend. Think about it. Back in Dolhen, those ruins we explored, the two were tied quite intricately together.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps that is the she we seek. But the warriors, the veil.
We have this coin, and I think she has it, is the coin that we got from that first fight with the water fae creature that had a little shell and it had like a coin inside that had, I think, was a few, like one of them was tears, but the other one was like a fusion of two. It was similar. I can't remember what it was.
It's been a very long time.
It's been a
For that
very
one.
long time, but I will go back and look that up for you. But you did find a coin that did lead you to a what's appeared to be a forgotten temple or tomb related to Bashaba.
So, and it says the eyes above. So, could I roll to see if I know what that refers to? Because I have an idea as a player, but I don't know if Yuiza would.
You can, and Arat can roll with advantage.
What check is this again?
This would be history.
Then it's just a 16.
I got 21.
Arat, you remember that you found papers related to others with gifts like yours. One of them being the very elusive Eyes of Above. No one knows the name or has written down the name of this elusive figure that can seemingly predict the future, have visions call upon the deities. Yuiza, you know that there are people whose abilities in the world are spoken of with both reverence and fear. And you remember the priestesses on your island. Occasionally you'd go with them to get that special pigment that only they could make. Such a pretty color, but sometimes you'd overhear whispers, snippets of conversation when you went to pick up Kaleka. Whispers about the eyes of above. Could they be on this island? Who do you think it could be? The whispers were both fearful and full of awe for someone who seemingly knew all. Seemingly had the ear of the fates. Or maybe was just a really good manipulator.
I remember some of the priestesses from my island talking about someone like that. Yes, called the Eyes of Above. It was strange because they don't tend to talk about people like that. That there was like a reverence to their voice that I've only really heard when they were doing their services. And I think they must have been at the island at one point because that's what they used to say. Or, whoever. It's always someone calling themselves that.
It's an oracular legend, unspoken in specifics as to who they might be, but another with incredible precognitive abilities. Seems that it has translated through to here.
That's really cool. Well, they were on the island supposedly in my home. There we go. Words are hard sometimes.
It is entirely possible. I'm sorry. My mind just drifted back and made connections, and I have a concern that I should express. This is not the first location of Tyr that we have found. Yes.
No, there was under Dolhen.
Yes, within the mayor's mansion. We went through things related to Tyr, and what did we find? Or rather, who did we find?
The That person in the cell?
The caged woman.
The woman caged, protected, guarded,
Yes.
that has since gone missing.
Yes, because...
Do we think that that might be the woman in question here?
Oh, heavens. You might be right, Outrat.
I'm hoping that I'm just trying more lines that aren't there, but I can't help but think that we find an altar to Tyr and a statement about a situation that seems very similar to the last altar to Tyr that we found. And then,
Well,
are these betrayers the ones that took her, that we are currently, or that we should be chasing?
Okay, so I think it may be related, but maybe it may not be her, because, okay, so it says, may Tyr guide our hands as we protect her. And obviously, I know, I guess words can be funny when we're talking about divine beings, but being in a cell underground isn't really protecting. And
I could see those following the words very literally, thinking that it would be protecting her from anyone that could possibly get to her.
yes, but so she was supposed to be part of Bashaba. No? She was supposed to be a part of a god? Like an avatar, or am I misremembering? But
No, you're quite correct.
and it says here that they are but a fragment of a fragment.
A faction of an avatar, perhaps.
Yes, but then also here it says Tyr's justice demands us to seek those who sought to break and bind her. So I would assume like a prison is binding her.
It could be, but we also don't know where the others took her.
But what if she's not the only one and there are more?
He says, wait!
That could very well be the case.
Yes! This dungeon, it looked precisely what was under the mares where we found her, and it's empty. So, 2 pieces are gone. We don't know how many pieces there are, but there are 2 gone.
Assuming that we've searched everything so far.
That we've searched and found, unless there's a hidden compartment in the wall somewhere, but I think...
Try and look.
Yes, please do. If there's another hidden god piece woman or whatever, we need to find that. And it might be worthy, or rather worth, speaking with a cleric who's more familiar with surface customs.
Or a cleric of Tyr as well.
Precisely. Maybe leaving over to return you, new friend.
Maybe that could give you some pointers on how to become a cleric of Tyr.
Bit early, but considerable.
But yes, I think we should find a cleric or a paladin or a priest or priestess devoted to Tyr, and maybe they will know what this prophecy means, because clearly this is like deep Tyr lore, you know what I mean? Like this is like backstory stuff.
I say this as somebody that very much does not want to take this onto ourselves. But our track record of bringing people into the fold on this is already not fantastic. And if there is another one of the however many, 4 or 5 pieces of avatars around there, I would almost prefer to know what we're finding before we bring somebody else in front of them.
Well, we don't have to bring people. And she's like looking through her bag. It's like, I'm pretty sure I had something. Takes out a piece of paper. I don't remember where we got this from, but the keys of the avatars were created by Bashaba long ago in a time forgotten by those who did not live it. In order to send her most loyal subjects to Avatar of Doom and Chaos, she created a brand and 5 amulets. Although not all her avatars survive, generations of worshippers have taken on the post until the start of the Age of Peace. The avatars would shed their given names to take on the mantle of the avatar. the flame, the blade, the crown, and the stag. So, okay, so clearly, okay, one second, my brain's working. Who? Okay, I'm sorry, it's been a while. False Arabelle, her evil twin sister, because, oh my god, she has an evil twin sister. Anyway, that's for another moment. Yes, so she and hers are definitely like loyal subjects to avatars, to the avatars of Doom and Chaos, so Bashaba. And so I'm assuming one of them, right, was like in that cell prison because remember she left her island, she started attacking us, and oh my god, evil. Just remembering evil Albert, she said some things to me. Anyway, I do not like her, but right. So she is one of them. What if this one, right, is not? It could be avatar of the ones that we're reading for right now, but why would Tyr want to protect an avatar doing chaos? But what if there was the same avatars for like a different god, a goddess or whatever? So it's like Avatar, the war of Avatar Wars. I don't know. It's a lot of information.
There's a lot here.
Well, get your brain ready because we're gonna need a lot more to figure things out.
My brain is not ready for any of this, okay? Look.
Sulong just takes either side of Yuiza's head, kisses the top of like her forehead. It's okay. You don't have to think anymore.
Thank you.
I don't blame you. It feels like we've been in here for months, actually. I think some fresh air would do us some good.
Oh, I wanted that. I'm searching the walls. Oh, God.
You go searching the walls, Yuiza. Roll investigation. As you slap the dusty walls.
15.
15. Fantastic. You go searching about and you locate the doors over here, covered in dust, leading to what appears to be an office space.
Oh, hello.
At the moment I hear something's hinge, I just go, ha!
Ah, there's
How
a
did
door
we
behind
miss
you.
that?
Excuse me. It wasn't really hidden, but I did find it.
No, seriously, how did we miss that?
I think I was worried about. Oh my god, and there's the dragon that we let loose. Oh my god.
Arad, you don't need to give me an excuse.
Thank you. I was holding on to it.
Okay.
I love you guys so much. You're so silly. You walk into this office, Yuiza, and are the rest of you following in?
Oh yeah, we're all in there already.
All right. This room has the same smell of dry rotting wood and dust, just as thick as the others. The doors creaked open as you pushed on them, and the rush of air as they opened suddenly lifted up this dust cloud, ruffling papers on the desk, a few haphazardly left on the bookshelf. As you look around, it's rather dark in here. I know some of you have dark vision. You don't have to tell me.
Yeah, just actually, I have goggles of night.
Actually, I can't see.
It's always dark.
And you see stacks and stacks and stacks of books and ledgers. And back behind the desk, you see a painting of a battle.
Of a what?
A battle.
A battle. There's a painting of a battle. Arad. I wanted you to feel included.
Describe it to me.
It is a painting made with paint, and there is a battle going on.
Oh,
One second,
not,
let me.
not that granular. But
Oh.
okay.
Okay, 1 second. Let me look at it.
You see many figures on what appears to be a never-ending battle of war. There is a large figure who is swinging at those around them. Though there are people on the ground that are seemingly mortally wounded, but they're getting back up as though they are getting ready to fight again. And I will say, Sulong, you can roll history.
I think
Yeah.
Zach knows what this is.
Yeah. And you used to say, as though they're trying to get back up and fight the eternal
18.
war.
18. Sulong, as you hear Yuiza describing this, you turn and you recognize the place that Ray pulled you to safety. All it's missing is that leather couch, that never-ending battle that raged around you before the little creature plucked you out and set you upon a familiar seat.
Hey, wait a minute.
Hmm.
That's exactly where I was teleported to when we were, doing the thing for the temple.
In the other tier temple.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like that looks like a horrible place to be teleported to.
What do you mean I wouldn't have died?
I
I'm
mean-
looking at the photo. Or painting, sorry.
Well, you just said that they're getting back up again. So
Yeah.
GM, should I make another, knowledge or history religion check, or to determine, oh wait, was that, Tyr's domain? Was that Valhalla?
I'm gonna say that you would have to roll religion because you didn't investigate further where you went. So go ahead and roll. And I'll say that Fiskorth, you can roll this as well if you'd like to roll religion.
Heck yeah. 19 for Sulong.
20 for Fiskorth. This is a good day. I don't know where these dice are coming from today. I'm happy they're above 10. Oh yeah, that was a dirty 20. Dirty, unnatural, unholy 20.
Alrighty, let's see here. You both think of what Sulong experienced. And Sulong, you remember seeing a Temple to Tempest and seeing a figure of the person who charged you on the battlefield, about to hit and swing down at you with their mighty axe right before you pulled away.
Right. It was Tempest.
You were in the domain of the Lord of Battles. You experienced the never-ending battle that he fights in, just for the funsies.
Do you think if the battle's never ending, he can take a break? It's just the battle doesn't stop, or is it always fighting?
Well, everything's always a battle of survival, so...
Okay, but not philosophically speaking.
I think both on a physical and spiritual level, the battle is never ending, yes.
Biscorth? With your roll, you know the name of this location. You know this place to be called Warrior's Rest, a divine realm in limbo.
Wait, no, warriors not being able to... Warrior's Rest! That's... No, oh, I read about it once in one of my temple scrolls. It's a place where warriors, they have been granted rest, go. It's a bit of a limbo, an in-between.
Is it meant to purposely sound like something restful, but then it's not, because it's a never-ending battle where you getting killed and die and killed and died and killed and die and kill and die?
I believe the whole point is to kill and die, but... Well, as I say as I open up the lore document the DM sent me.
Did I die?
Did you?
It's not necessarily a punishment, but it also isn't a reward. It's sort of...
A booby
There.
prize.
Yeah. It's an in-between. If you died in a battle or a particularly fierce fight, you would go there. It's not exactly restful, however. It's sort of an in-between. You weren't loyal enough to Tyr or one of your other gods. So this is implying that the soul here would not be at rest, per se. They're caught in between. This warrior did not dedicate themselves.
Damn, the soul sorting system in the afterlife's got to be so specific.
Really is, and mine was going to go to a single blood god. Madness.
No, but seriously, I need to find out the answer to this.
I don't know, did you?
I don't know!
Then why would I know?
I'm asking! Maybe you have some knowledge. I don't know what you know.
I know a lot of things, but not if you died.
What is Arat thinking of all this?
He's trying to process everything, and there's a lot going on here. He doesn't think that Sulong died because of how things work, but he can't speak for certain. He does know one thing for certain with all of this, which is that there is potentially a person that can answer this, and he's realizing that he can't remember the last time he actually spoke to them. So while these three are going back and forth on this, Arat's just going to kind of stop and just go, "You can't hear me, can you, Ray?"
You say this quietly. And listen. Your friends chatter on back and forth about life and death and how do you know if you're alive and are we all alive or are we all dead or are we all just living in some sort of weird simulation that some magician put together and we don't even know, but sometimes there's a glitch in the magic and you see part of another realm. This conversation goes on and on. And off, almost in the distance, just out of your reach, you hear that giggle. But there's something between you.
I don't know a better way to describe this, but mentally I want to go towards that sound. Obviously I cannot physically go towards it, but I want to mentally go towards it. Are you there, Ray?
Almost from off in the distance, it's like the giggle is coming through water.
Do I get the sense that no matter how far I walk, it's the same distance away? Like there's no approaching it?
You try to push. You try to reach forward. And as you do, you push forward and there is something white hot and loud and sharp between. Almost as though something is fighting you back. Something is preventing you from moving forward. But it doesn't feel as though it's trying to harm you. It's capable of it. It's very capable. But as you push, it defends. That giggle that's off in the distance. And the more you push, the more it pushes back. Your friends' fight goes out of focus, as almost you're not in the same room with them. And then within an instant, you are sucked back, and they are squawking and slapping and causing the largest ruckus you have heard them cause yet. This is worse than Fiskorth keening first thing in the morning.
Yui's is just crying because she's getting slapped by 4 hands and she only has 2.
Sulong has like the palm sand on the top of your head, so you can't even reach to slap back.
This isn't
The Discord is just getting squished at this point. Her attempts to mediate, she's just like...
Arat registers all of this, and it's caught up between failure to connect with what he was doing, trying to figure out what that was, and then trying to process all of this. So he just kind of goes, and then just puts his hand down on the table to feel the papers that are on the table instead.
You find first a document. It's sitting on top of what feels like a logbook, similar to what you found in the mayor's mansion underneath the house, where names were recorded of the different members of the Hammers of Tyr who had used that facility. This paper is a legal document. It's a land agreement. You run your fingers over it as Yuiza cries, and Sulong is bopping her on the nose with one of his forearms. It's a copy of a copy, though, the sort of document an organization would share with multiple locations just to maintain a chain of information amongst branches. You already know that the Hammers of Tyr, this subset of Tyr's worshippers, had at least more than one location. And the document reads as follows. A land agreement has been struck. The dragon will allow the building of an estate on their territory. Commander Patoris has taken post there and will oversee the construction. The temple, we believe to be located there, has also been unearthed. No further artifacts were discovered, although an old map did indicate there were once more temples to the south. An investigator has been dispatched and instructed to search the archives in Anstead. The temple will be sealed and we will disguise its location with a grander structure that can be expanded as the village grows. The one stipulation the dragon had was that the land be further developed for their own pursuits. Although our numbers have dipped in recent years, I have no doubt of their resurgence. With the crown recovered, now safely in the librarian's care, we can turn towards the rumors from Silskarme and seek the stag.
2 quick questions. One, am I getting an impression, or can I at all get an impression from this writing if the dragon is in a moniker or somehow they're dealing with an actual dragon's territory?
You roll me. It's not quite. I'll take history or insight.
Okay. I'll if you're going to give me the choice.
And I'll
go
say
with
that you
insight.
can have advantage on this roll. If you don't have one to spend.
Oh gosh, I rolled an 8, so that's a 19.
You know that Iggy, the owner of the one bar in town, the Pink Dragon, turned out, in fact, to be a pink dragon. You know that Zasafil Patoris's ancestors were responsible for helping found the village of Dullhen and contributing to its growth. You also remember that Lily, the woman who you all helped Arabelle's doppelganger, sister, release from her prison, was from Silskarme, and that there were notes there referring to her as the stag.
Excellent. So that's actually only one question then, because the other question was going to be about the name Patoris, and you just answered it for me. So reading over that, I'm just going to quietly go, hey, you guys should, and then I'm just going to use prestidigitation for the loudest high-pitched whistle that I possibly can to break this up.
Yuiza was kicking Sulong in the groin as that happened. I just want you to know that.
And then just seamlessly after the blasting, just oh good, you should listen to this, and I'll just recite. I'll recite it, and I'll with notes of I think that yes, the woman that was released was one of the 4, was the stag here. So the theory is correct then. She was one of them, and
So she was kept prisoner by the Hammers of Tyr, or Tyr's hammer.
Or protected at least from, in which case protected from whom they thought would be the betrayers that would take her and use her for
the
ill
stag
games.
is an avatar of chaos and doom, or doom and chaos. I don't remember what it said. I mean, I could pull it up on my parchment, but doom and chaos. So I mean, if the stag is the avatar of doom and chaos, it would make sense that Tyr's hammer. I know it's Hammers of Tears, but I'm thinking of Charlie's Angels. So Tyr's hammers would keep her imprisoned, and then Lily or Arabelle's evil twin sister hate her. Released her because she is one of the followers of Bashaba, who we found a temple to honor Dulhan.
And I think this is cementing now their goal, because we weren't quite sure what their goal was, only that they had, frankly, to use the word again, betray us. But if they have freed the stag, then one would assume that they would next be going for the flame, the blade, and or the crown,
Well,
assuming they haven't found them already.
the paper, sorry, Satan says the paper talked about that they had the crown that you just read.
No, not them. I mean, fake Arabelle and the group who are trying to free everybody. They are trying to get them.
You know, yeah, sorry. Like, I just realized that it's like taking place in my Fistcorp's reaction is my reaction. Just sitting there stunned, realizing, oh my god, the apocalypse is going to be upon us, and we don't know how many fragments are left.
I've been trying to figure out, like, beyond my personal grudge against being betrayed, I've been trying to figure out why we are chasing these people, and this is why we are chasing these people.
My dad is helping them.
Yes.
My dad's how? Oh god! Is my aunt helping them?
So as much as I am enjoying our travels together, I think that the next place we go has to be very, very specifically thought out. We either need to figure out where the crown is being kept, or we need to figure out where the blade and the flame are.
Why does she want my family?
I think it might be easier if we try and find out where the other two are. If we go for the crown, that means a rescue attempt, and we don't exactly know what we're dealing with.
At the same time, it also means that if the crown is currently in a known location, then our betrayers would know where to go.
And maybe, if Tyr's very weapon is here, the god of justice, maybe you could lead us to that. Is that where you're supposed to be? Closing this gate, close the jaws of oblivion? Is that it?
GM, I'm going to take out a thing from my inventory that I received.
Do you want to see the other thing that you picked up?
I do, yes. So I'll say, like, while I'm running my hand over that, I'm taking this thing out. But what is the other thing first?
You run over the book that you picked up, and it's a tattered logbook. If you'd like, you can pass it up to someone else to read.
Who can read, yes.
Okay. Who are you passing it to?
Instinct says Fiscorth, so but hand will just be out.
Okay.
This'll take it. Is that the link you just sent us?
No, that is the previous one. It is going to be this link. Would you like me to read it to you? Or would
Yes,
you like
please.
to
I
read
love hearing Sarah narration. You're like the BG3 narrator in my head. That's what you are to this campaign.
Oh, I don't hold a candle to her, but thank you. So, you open up this tattered logbook, Fiscorth. It's musty and crumbling, and the spine is barely holding the pages in. But as you open the leather-bound cover, you read, Report. Gate discovered. Non-functioning. Missive sent requesting assistance. Report. Greyparth received request for assistance. Scholar to be escorted from the Gaian Pass. Caution advised. Report. Scholar's arrival timely. They're confident the gate can be restored. Progress closely monitored. Report sent to Reyna, awaiting her reply from Ansteed. Report. Hunting party camped near entrance, left without incident. Used alternate route to approach from the south, allegedly members of the Dream Enclave. We'll monitor and handle if necessary. Jolwyn tracked the hunting party for 3 days. They have resumed travel northward. No incidents to report. Scholar has completed their work restoring the gate. Gate tests appear successful. Scholar requesting permission to return to Greyparth. Jolwyn will escort them toward the Gaian Pass. They will be disposed of and their meeting party sent elsewhere. Jolwyn assures they will not be recoverable.
Fiscorth finishes that last line with a shaking in her voice. Gaian Pass seems to be our location, but this is... I think you all know what the weight of this means with what we found here.
Can you say it out loud?
Are you reading the whole thing out loud?
No, I mean
Yes.
like the weight of it, what it means. So maybe we're not thinking about the same things right now, currently.
Oh, I was thinking, apocalypse, burning of this plane, complete and utter destruction in the face of divine wrath, and many things being released that were previously contained. But yes, if divine hellfire was along those lines, then yes.
Which would align with the premonition I had of the growing roar until everything breaks. So
Wait.
this is where I'm taking out the item that I mentioned, GM, and it's the sending charm to Toby that he gave us, and I'm just going to squeeze and say, Toby, could you please have Iggy reach out to us at the earliest convenience? We have something to discuss.
You send this message. There's a long pause. He doesn't answer immediately. And then you hear a panic. Yes, found it. Iggy? Yes. What do you need?
And I'm just, because I only have 2 a day that I can use, I will respond to the second one and just say, we need to discuss the fate of the world with the dragon that might know about it. And that's the end of that.
Okay. There is not a further response yet.
Mhm.
What are you all
And then-
doing next?
Okay, so I'm thinking about a lot of things right now. And I
Big
would
thoughts.
also thoughts. It does say that she, whoever this she is there's a deal struck under the gate of the moon, and that's where she is protected. And we're talking about the gate here, and the guy who fixed it and apparently was killed because they fixed it.
With the moon, I would wonder if Seluna is involved in any of this, and considering
Maybe.
our distance
Isn't-
to a Temple of Shar, I wouldn't be terribly shocked.
Isn't like Shar then her also evil twin sister? Sorry, I have a lot of thoughts going on right now.
No, it's quite all right here to be overwhelmed. I mean, look, we have had the fate of this plane, this world, placed in our laps. I think we need to take a second to breathe before we trudge forward.
Maybe not breathe anything in here.
No.
Oh, yes,
it
absolutely
would
not.
It would not do well for any of you. I think that we should take these items with us, and I think that now we can leave. I've reached out to see if Iggy can speak to us. It's the only dragon I know that was connected with Patora's family at any capacity, and we can see perhaps where to go. Amstead is mentioned here. Last time I was there was quite literally half of my lifetime ago, so I don't know if I know anybody there anymore, but that might be a start. But we'll see what they say.
Right.
In the meantime, I think we should. Damn it! I hope we're not too late for her show. We should leave.
Okay.
Post haste. Fear not, I shall lead the way.
Okay.
This will flutter ahead, and you'll see her little wings just go.
She's gonna lean into Sula and say, I think there's things I need to talk to you guys about later.
You go to flutter ahead, and as you all follow Fiskworth, you realize there's still a hallway left unsearched, and one door that remains unopened.
Oh god, car screeching sounds is like I stop midair.
Yeah, I can't see. So where is it?
I will drag you all over one moment.
Of course, there's a door.
We need to make sure there aren't any more fragments of this world death around.
Oh, maybe we'll
Yuisa,
get
you
lucky
open
and
the
we'll be
doors?
here.
What? Yes, I get doors. Right. I'm gonna go to that door. I'm gonna search it.
Roll investigation.
19.
You go to check the store and you look it over. It looks similar to the door to the jail cells where you all found, I believe, Cinder might have been the name of the torch mimic. And as you go to reach for the handle to see if it's locked, you jiggle it, but you can't pull your hand away. It is stuck fast. And you all watch as Yuisa attempts to remove her hand from the door. 2 eyes at the top of the door. 2 large yellow eyes open. As the slats in the wood part, and the beginnings of a mouth with long, sharp, fang-like teeth begin to appear. You see the saliva dripping from them, that long tongue just ready to reach out and grab Yuisa. And that is where we are going to go to break. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. If you would like to use !donate in the chat, you can do so. That will bring up our donation link. We are raising money tonight for a event called Roll for Wishes. It has been a 2-month charity event raising money for Make-A-Wish International. And we are getting closer and closer to that $15,000 goal mark. So please go make your donations, whether it is through our link or through one of the other links of our teammates that have been a part of this. Thank you everyone so much for participating, for being here tonight. We'll see y'all in 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go nowhere. Let's just grab a drink, grab a friend, or go donate some money to charity. We'll see y'all in a minute. Say bye-bye.
Bye. I'm having a time.
So am I, buddy. So am I.
Hello, everybody. How are y'all? Did you miss us? I missed you. Can I get everybody to roll initiative? All right. So up first, we have Sulong. Sulong, this mimic is opening its eyes and getting ready to strike at Yuisa, who is currently grappled by it, mind you.
Sulong yells, "Nope!" Bonus action rage.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna start throwing some haymakers at it.
Okay.
21 to hit.
21 does hit.
6 points of bludgeoning damage to them. That is going to be my turn.
Okay. Up next, we have Yuisa.
I'm gonna stick my other hand in its mouth and cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay. I love it. You're going to have to do that at disadvantage.
Oh, I feel like it should
'Cause
be
that's a-
advantage, but that's fine.
That's a ranged spell. They have disadvantage when you're that close. Sorry.
It's not a sawed-off Eldritch Blast, honey.
It should be. God, I
We'll
rolled
get
a
into it
15
at,
and then I rolled a 4. I don't think it hits anyway. I don't know what to add currently.
A 4 doesn't hit. That tongue lashes out and it knocks your hand and it bounces off the wall. Go ahead and roll your second blast.
That is a 19.
A 19 will hit.
9 points of damage. Right in the mouth.
Okay. All right.
I'm not sure how this would work or if it would work, but for my bonus action, I want to use telekinesis
Mm-hmm.
on Yuisa
Okay.
to pull her 5 feet towards me. I don't know if it works for breaking a grapple because it still is a strength saving throw.
I would say that you could give Yuisa advantage on getting out of the check on her next turn.
I'd be happy to do that. Yes.
Okay.
So on the next turn, I have one hand up, trying to pull at Yuisa to pull her back. Then I drop my shoulder against the wall so I can just straight line to this thing because I can't see. And I'm going to pull the card that I resummoned into my hand to once again cast Witch Bolt. That's more than 20. I
That'll
don't know
hit.
the math. That's more than 20. Okay. 12 lightning damage.
Up next, Fiskorth.
So, Fist, like, who flew, just like, oh, a door. Yuiza opens it, probably a bit startled. But now, this thing's getting hurt. Fist is just going to lift up, not her little symbol, but she's just going to try and use the hammer now and cast Toll the Dead on this thing.
Okay.
Alrighty, it has to make a wisdom saving throw of 14.
Made a 16.
I hope that door is broken into splinters. It's too new, it's too early.
Hey, you can't win them all, right? You got a big old hammer now.
It's true.
You're figuring out how the hammer works.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm probably holding it upside down, and I'm like, oh, that'll be my turn.
Oh, that brings us to the Mimic's turn. Yuiza. Does a 21 hit you?
Oh, no.
Oh my god, yeah, how did you know?
Just did. You're going to be taking 6 bludgeoning damage as a pseudopod whips out from the creature from the side, smacking you in the side of the head. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
You narrowly dodge the other one as another pseudopod whips out. But then it clamps down on your elbow with a natural 20.
Ugh.
Why is this door rolling so well?
The bite damage, you're going to take 12 points.
Okay. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
It is fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And that will be its turn. Up next, Sulong.
It is the horrifically timed comedy of the door chomping down on Yuiza's arm, where they both look at each other and then look down at the chomped arm. Before Sulong turns and starts punching the door again, even faster and harder.
The little mimic torch on your back is just, yeah!
Could I use my interact object action to have Cinder hit me?
I guess?
Just put your hand on Cinder and burn.
Yeah, if you want Cinder to end her combat. But yeah, you could just use his flame to take damage.
Okay, cool. Sulong is holding Cinder, has stuck Cinder to the back of his shield. He will run his hand over Cinder to take fire damage and use Absorb Element as a
Ooh,
reaction
Okay.
before reeling back and then punching into the door.
I love it. Roll the hit.
Natural 20 and a 1!
Hell yeah.
For 9 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of... Oh, I'm sorry. 11 points of bludgeoning damage and 4 points of fire damage.
All right. Up next, Yuiza. This thing it's got you by the elbow. You can feel its tongue licking your arm.
A quick reminder that you have advantage on breaking free of the grapple
Yeah.
right now.
Well, she can't do anything else. So. Okay, so I got a 5 out of 10. But I do get a +4, which is a 14.
Unfortunately, that does not meet the DC. You are still stuck.
Sulong, try faster!
Clink, 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 clink.
But you do have a bonus action. If you have a bonus action you would like to use.
I can disengage.
No, you can't.
Honey, your move speed's 0. You can't.
Yeah. You're so pretty though. You're so pretty as
Thank
it's just
you, I
it's
really
licking
needed
your
that
arm with that
today.
weird mimic tongue. Why is it both wet and sticky? Up next, Arat. Your turn.
Can I repeat my action and bonus action to use the advantage again, while with trying to do telekinesis pull again?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so it basically Ara has reached forward and grabbed Yuzu with telekinesis to try to pull her back, and shot Witch Bolt. And so with this, he just lifts both of his hands back as he's going to do both things again.
Okay.
It's going to be another 11 lightning damage as I give you his advantage on breaking free of this thing. As
Okay.
this Witch Bolt is just lashed out again, hooked into it.
Sounds good.
Just go for God's sakes, get out of there.
I'm trying so hard.
Then up next, we have Fiskorth.
Oh boy. So Fizz has been trying to use this as a focus. That's not working. It's like a broken circuit. I think just in that moment of pure frustration, it's just, oh, hell, you've selected me to be your champion, whatever. She just takes it in both little claws and rushes towards it and hits it with the hammer.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the hit. Yeah.
Okay, here goes. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
We have a table advantage still from 2 months ago.
Okay, I'm going to
I
use
put it in
that
our
then.
No.
Use it.
All right. Let me roll. So that's +2 at advantage. Fingers crossed. All right.
We also have 3 healing
11.
potions.
Yui's is going to need them.
15 to hit.
A 15 does hit.
Yes. Okay. Yippee! 8 damage.
Good job. You go and you wield this Fiskorth. What does it feel like the first time you wield this hammer?
Electric. It is. Fiskorth can't tell if it's the rage of seeing this thing eating Yuiza, her adopted family member at this point. Maybe it's tears lightning, but whatever it is, she is just screaming into this as she lifts it and just smashes right onto that nasty, filthy tongue.
I love it. Up next, we have the Mimic. Really doesn't like what you just did there, Fiskorth, and it retaliates in response. I will need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My God. I know we're new. I know we just met, but hey. 21.
Okay. So you will only take half of this damage. As the Mimic spits a line of acidic spittle over top Yuiza, aiming for you, you will take half of 32.
Okay.
Where did that even come from?
Remember how I said we have 3 basic healing potions still as well?
What do you mean where'd that come from? It came from the stat block, of course. And that will be its turn. Up next, Sulong. You just saw this thing huck an acidic loogie at Fiskorth. It's still got Yuiza by the elbow.
Just looks at Yuiza apologetically because he has to spend this turn using his wild shape to use his circle of the bow function. Looking as he might not get attacked here, he will run his hand again over Cinder to take a point of fire damage so he can keep his rage up.
Fantastic. Up next, Yuiza. This thing is still holding on to you. It just spit at Fiskorth, and Fist took some... Wow, that was a lot of damage for whatever this thing just spit at her. What are you going to do?
So I want to try. So my mind is split, right? I could try and detach myself from this thing.
You could.
Right? I also have hidden daggers in my hands that are inside of it.
I would say that you can have advantage on that roll since your arm is inside the creature.
It's already the process is already halfway done. That's all I'm saying. 20, not natural, but 20.
Fantastic. That definitely hits. What's the damage?
8.
Sneak attack damage?
Yeah, you have an ally within 5 feet of you.
Oh god, that's true. I forgot how to play rogue. 1 second.
It's been a couple months, guys. It's all right.
It's been a couple months after playing one for over a year. It's okay. We still love you.
8.
Okay, 8 sneak attack. Good job.
Offhand attack. 19.
A 19 does hit.
It's 4, just the 4.
What emotions do you have as you kill this mimic, Yuisa?
And I think she's just very angry, and she's just, you see her kind of move her hand backwards, still stuck, kind of pulling the mimic with her, which is a lot for someone with 6 strength. And it's just a quick 1-2 of like a stab inside the mouth.
This thing is huge. It is taking up the entire hallway. You are staring in one eyeball, but you watch the light in that eye go out as this mimic just sort of sloths to the floor in a mimicky door pile. It's rather awkward. Kind of got a rubber door texture. But with that, Yuisa, thank you so much, Levi, for donating to the Make-A-Wish International Roll for Wishes campaign. They said, give to Yuisa for rogue shenanigans and taketh away to Abby and Zach. They know what they did.
Thank you.
So your next roll, Satan, will be at advantage. Zach and Abby, your next rolls will be at disadvantage.
Oh, because it is a hot tour.
Yep.
You know what you did.
Also, Yuisa kills this thing and then immediately goes flying backwards 5 feet because I've been doing telekinesis.
Oh god.
Yeah, probably into Fistcorth, because I believe Fistcorth was behind you.
Oh, she was hitting that thing with the hammer, and now, like, we're Scooby-Dooing this.
Are you okay? I don't know what happened. Are you okay?
It burned off my chest fur! And she just reveals, like, her long, luxurious bosom is just, like, it's short. She's got a bob now.
Oh no, we can buy extensions for you. It's okay.
No, never fear. We must make sacrifices in the light of battle. Are you okay, my dear? Do you need any regenerative? You know, I feel as though my respiratory system has been dragged through a coal mine run by dwarves with very little care for safety, but I could use a potion, please. Arat, my love, would you mind?
I just walk over with like the 3 healing potions like in my hands, and I'm just like distributing them to Fistcorth, to Yuisa, to Sulong.
As you are all doing this, Sulong, looking around, you realize that the hallway continues on and then turns.
Hey, you guys should probably take a second here. It kind of keeps going.
Oh god.
Right.
Okay.
Take a peek around the corner.
I'll come with you. I have not been harmed at all during this.
So as you and Arat travel down the hallway while the girls are still doing health potions, you realize that this hall appears to come to a dead end. At the end of the hall, a large stone circle depicting an eagle at its peak with emeralds set into the eyes and outstretched wings is before you. On a small plaque below the stone circle, you see written in a rather ancient form of Elvish. This would be like reading Shakespeare to a modern reader. Speak boldly, O brave of heart, for your goals are soon met.
I will describe the scene to Arat and then respond with what the plaque says.
Perhaps we should get the others up here then, since Fistcorth is the one holding the symbol of boldness and justice.
Yeah, but what do we scream?
I imagine our goals?
Hey, are you done doing girly things in here?
Yuisa is laying her head on Viscor's and Kitty Bob and just wrapping her arms around her. It's like, I'm just taking a break.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're very brave. I'm very proud. Oh, yes, boys. This is something I believe we're needed, my dear. And I'll just, like, pull Yuisa to her feet.
I don't want to be needed.
I understand. Don't you worry. I will take care of this. I have an economic haircut now.
Yuisa passes by Sulong. There is a hand that just puts on her shoulder. I know you don't want to be needed, but you're wanted.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
You know what else?
What?
Plethora. It means a lot.
That means a lot. I put my hand on Fiskor's shoulder and just walk with her towards the thing.
I want to
Saying-
headbutt too long.
Do it. Saying what we just read.
Speak boldly, O brave of heart. Is this because I'm so good at speaking?
That, and you are holding a symbol of boldness.
Oh, right. I was trying to use it as a sort of crux to summon my magic through, but apparently you just hit things with it, so, second try?
I would say possibly speaking what our goals are. I don't know if it would be to enter, to exit, but...
I think it means
I
it's
feel
a
like-
grander thing. These types of things like you to look at the big picture instead of the little details.
I felt that you were the right person to speak to it.
Arat could probably feel like the little heat of her blushing with happiness. Odor, our goal is to save the world from the annihilation brought on by the fragments of the gods. Let us enter and make sure this place is cleansed. She says this holding the hammer up.
You say the group's goal. And the gate flares for a moment. The eyes sparking, and then going dark.
It seemed to work at the start. Is it broken, maybe? Does it need a charge? And I'll, kind of try and tug at the gate a little bit.
Could you say what you said again slower?
Odor, we seek to save the world from the destruction brought on by the fragments of gods, and we make sure that this place is cleansed entirely of those fragments. Maybe they wanted me to complete it.
Same
Maybe,
thing
or
happens.
Maybe we say it. Maybe you simplify it down so all four of us can say it.
Same thing
Fine.
happens.
Save the world.
Can I?
Very good. I think we should all hold hands as we say this. It might be more effective that way. Channeling magic and whatnot.
Okay.
We want to save the world.
You say again, Fiskworth, we want to save the world. And it flares and then goes dark.
I'm going to
Perhaps we can-
speak
we can all say-
loudly and say, "Oh, brave of heart."
Nothing happens.
Nothing. I don't know. I thought that was like literal, maybe like speak boldly, "Oh, brave of heart."
It's like
No,
begin
it-
speaking after me.
If it hadn't flared already, then maybe. But all of us at the same time, what Fiskworth just said.
Oh, we
One.
want to save the world.
to save the world.
At the same
want
time.
to save
Same
the
time.
world.
Okay.
Do any of you have any sense of timing? On the
No.
count of three.
I forgot my watch.
1, 2, 3.
We
We
want,
want to save the world.
The world.
I don't know about you, Arat, but sometimes when we're speaking, there is a little bit of delay because of an internet connection.
What's that?
I don't know.
Also, my sundial watch doesn't work down here because there's no sun.
DM, did all of us have to say it? Did anything happen to that regard, or am I just making people speak at the
Once-
same time?
Once again, the door flares and then goes silent.
Can I investigate this door?
Sure. Well,
I
it's a
wanna-
gate, sorry. It's a gate.
Gate. Oh, it's a gate?
Yeah,
It's a big stone gate. Big circle.
Oh.
Got an eagle at
I'm
the
not
top.
there in... I'm not there in the game. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Let me investigate it. So that's what the rogues do. What is my... I think it's a +3. Oh, I get advantage on this one, right? Because of the thing, the rogue stuff.
You do. This is your next roll. Yeah.
20, non-natural.
You get the sense that it's a riddle, but you see no mechanism. This is purely arcane magic of some sort.
Okay. Speak boldly, O brave of heart, for your goals are soon met.
maybe we're onto something earlier with just boldly.
Boldly.
This'll just try pointing her little claw accusingly at the door and go, "You! Let us out!"
I meant saying the word boldly.
Oh, I thought we were supposed to speak boldly at it.
I did too, but then Sulong did one of. But then they did the riddle thing of "O brave of heart," and perhaps it's simply speak boldly, or maybe even the whole.
Oh, like a Minds of Moria thing. All right, yeah.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I want to go through this portal. That is my goal.
Whoever wants to can roll an intelligence check. Only one of you. Decide
Not
who it
me.
is.
Obviously, the
Well-
smartest member of the party, the barbarian.
The one that doesn't
right.
have disadvantage, yes.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name's Sulong. I wish Rage worked on intelligence checks. That'd
Yeah.
be real
It should.
hilarious.
I wish it did too.
Intellectual rage.
Okay, 16.
Well, that's good. Sulong, the more you think about it, the more you think, "Ugh, it can't be that simple and direct, right? And you realize that it is asking for your goals, not our or we. It wants to hear individual goals.
Sulong will stick 2 fingers in his mouth and just whistle the same note that Arahat's prestidigitation.
Hmm?
I think it's not group goals, it's solo goals. And so Sulong will step forward. He actually kind of looks embarrassed. I wanted to go on a great adventure.
You speak this goal of yours. And the eagle's eyes begin to glow. And they do not go out.
This also looks a little sheepish as she steps up, as she's thought about what her goal is. To be happy, to be peaceful, to have a home with someone I love, and maybe a few pups to go alongside it.
Viscorth, you say this goal. And the eyes glow brighter.
I hope you don't think poorly of me. I know it's such a simple thought, but oh, to have a cottage.
Our cottage Corbat. I can see it.
Do you want to go next, Adat?
If you have something, please go. I'm sorting.
My goal is to find my family and find out why they were taken. Yeah.
You say this goal, Ibiza. And the eyes glow brighter. The stones around the gate begin to glow as well. The portal has not yet formed, though.
This is surprisingly complicated.
Can be a simple goal.
I never had many goals. I simply went where fate took me.
Well, maybe that's your goal, to go where fate takes you.
It doesn't feel like a goal.
Do you want to be
No.
happy?
To live. I want to live. What bit of my life that I can continue on with the people that matter the most to me. I want it to means something, and I want to enjoy it as long as I can have it without thinking about when it ends. My goal is to live.
As you say this, alright, almost instantaneously, the stones around this structure flare to life, and the rest of you see symbols forming on them. 4 pointed stars in the center of each stone. Fiskorth and Sulong. Roll me religion.
2 16s.
Okay.
Hey,
What's
I got a
Sulong get?
17.
Fantastic. You both recognize this 4-pointed star symbol. This is the symbol of Saloon. And as you come to this realization, you see the gate begin to pulsate, and there is a ripple in the air as an opalescent, almost watery-like substance swirls in front of you all. You can't see what's on the other side. But the glow that comes from it beckons you forward.
Is this the way out?
Maybe there's the some iconography of saloons. So yo no sé.
I didn't know you spoke Elvish.
Un poquito.
Is the saloon as in moon goddess, as in moon goddess gate, as in moon gate?
Yeah.
As in the moon gate, where this fragment of a fragment person is being kept hidden?
Yeah, maybe.
I suppose so.
Okay.
Well, I did say that I would wish for us to figure it out before we brought anybody else down here, so fate has seen fit to bring us to this point.
Okay, I guess we should go.
I hope your friend doesn't mind us being a bit late to our show.
I'm sure she'll understand in her own way.
I'm gonna level with everyone. I'm tapped out. I'm all gung-ho to go in there and kick some butt and save someone. But to be honest with you, I think I'm gonna get myself killed doing this.
Do you
One of us should have to live.
Say, do you want to wait then?
Maybe like an hour or two to catch some of my breath, have a snacky.
Yeah.
Oh, we thought you meant you. I thought you might wanted to go back to the town. If something disastrous happened, but a rest. That is a good idea.
Above the table, I'm out of rages. I'm out of spell slots. I'm out of wild shapes. All I have left is fists and HP, baby.
Yeah, I have one card draw left during this short rest, but Ara's also wondering how long this is going to stay open. Again, not that we couldn't see the thing again, but
Let's step behind the gate and maybe like sit in that little area and take our rest before this terrifyingly ominous glowing thing.
I could use some time to rest and pet precious stinky boy because I need emotional support.
Very well. I'm going to sit directly in front of the gate, just holding onto my card in case it has to be used. I have a thing that I can still do.
Okay.
Then we rest.
How long are you all resting for?
The appropriate short rest amount of time.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to do on your rest?
Since we're resting, and we're not doing anything right now. Like maybe I should say some things to you guys.
Go ahead, we're listening. As Fizz is
Okay.
like having her little snacks and maybe like just to the side, putting aside the part she doesn't like for Stinky Boy.
Growing on you like a fungus. Right, so this like evil Arabelle who's like a follower of Shiba and like released one of the avatars of Doom and Chaos. Right? Well, my dad is working with her, right? It's like as we discussed, but like he's not working with her on purpose.
It's a
You
rare
see-
sort that goes out and does evil intentionally.
Yeah. Apparently, there is a bargain between them that if he keeps his end of the bargain and translates some text, she will. Well, I guess it said you won't. You know, if you harm her, our deal's off and stuff like that. I would assume her would mean me because, you see, my dad was like taken. It seems like forever ago now. You see, he was taken instead of me because they were looking for me. I don't know why. And now, like, my aunt and uncle are also gone. And apparently, my aunt's helping whichever lady was here. That's friends with you, Arat, and her, I guess, fiance. Yeah, and also I found like this thing, and she takes out little carved piece of wood that she found in her bag, and like I left this at home and I found it in my bag at the bar before we came here.
And it was in your bag. You're sure you didn't accidentally pack it, or maybe a family member?
No, I did. No, this is the bag I bought off of like Evil Arabelle.
Oh, that quite changes the context of that. I see. And considering the connection to your father, it definitely is some sort of warning or a bargaining chip. My dear, if I might offer a bit of advice?
Huh?
Having family wrapped up in morally dubious things is always a counter to balance between love and also recognizing that they are doing harm.
Oh, well, first of all, before you continue, we've always been involved in morally dubious stuff. That kind of grew up like that, so.
Oh, of course, I should have specified the level. Like, you know, there's a difference between stealing pickles from a merchant versus actually helping destroy the world.
Yeah.
But yes.
It's not, see, my issue, I mean, big issue, my father is working with her. I get it. My concern comes in, so he's working with her because they took him because they couldn't find me because they came looking for me. Why is my question.
I see. So, not so much that he is continuing to be evil, but maybe they knew that he was faltering and they were hoping to use you as a stick. The carrot is no longer working, so they're trying to poke you. There's a saying in my colony. If you're trying to get a moon maggot to move, you use a stick and a cave carrot. The carrot is sweet, but the stick hurts. And the moon maggot will move because it doesn't want to be hit by the stick, or it wants the carrot. So the carrot isn't working for him anymore. He's probably realized how terrible this all is. So they have to use you, harm to you, as the stick.
Conversely, or perhaps additionally, I wonder if perhaps they were wanting to use your abilities towards their gain. You do have an innate ability to look like whoever would be most useful.
Well, yes. But, like, there's other people that can do that.
I don't know many.
Well, there's Jay that we met at the festival. They are a changeling, and then they also mentioned a few other people that could do that, like doppelgangers, and like what was witchborns, and like other people. And like, what use am I if I don't even know what I am?
It depends on what they want to use you for.
I just don't understand because I don't get why specifically we are involved in this, as in me and my dad and my family. I mean, they could also be looking for me because of things that I don't know, but like specifically because you know, it happens to everyone. I'm sure that there are certain parts of your life that you just don't remember.
Oh, yes, of course. I don't remember the first time I drained someone of their blood or when I first took wing. You know, all life circumstances, but especially
like-
ones surrounded by trauma.
Right, or like the first, 8 to 10 years of your life.
Remember a few of those. I'm not too familiar with human, or rather humanoid life cycles on the surface, but a few faint memories.
Hey,
Like playing ball with a parent?
2 years is a very large gap of loss.
oh, no, I didn't mean from 8 to 10. I meant anywhere before I was 8 or 10.
Oh, that's even
Yeah.
worse.
Yes, that was what I was going to say. Either something terrible happened, or something purposely was taken from your memory. Either way, very bad. But we will help you solve this. This is what colonies are for.
Right.
For what it's worth, you're not alone in this. I don't actually remember anything from before I was turned. But you are who you are now. That's what's important.
I am who I am. I don't know who I am, and I don't know why other people want me because of what I am when I don't know what I am.
You don't know why other people want you, but you do know who you are from who you have built yourself to be. You just don't know who they think you are. But you get to decide who you are.
Right.
My point is that, yes, this is going to be important information for you, perhaps for the context of this, but no matter what, remember that you have defined who you are.
Right.
So it's just a matter of learning who they think you are.
Okay.
If they have the goals that we think that they do, then we will find them in due time. And then we will help you learn what you need to learn.
I mean, till then, you just be Yuiza, right?
I guess. I don't know. It's just. I don't know.
We have a lot to learn, and we have learned quite a bit today. It has been a long, long day.
It feels like 2 months.
Thereabouts.
And it's not
Month and a
over
half,
yet.
maybe.
And it's not over yet. So don't try to figure everything out in this 1 hour time that we are sitting here before we go through whatever the heck that is behind me. And just,
I'll point the other way.
I can't, there's no wind. The point is, focus on who you are, and we'll get to everything else when we get out of here. And then beyond that.
Okay.
Wherever we go, or whoever you end up finding yourself to be, he'll be right beside you.
Thank you. I just worry. I have a track record of the people that I care about getting taken. So, 3 out of 3. And then I met more people that I care about. And then... Well, I should probably, stay away from people, huh? Oh my god, I have a boyfriend and a girlfriend.
Well, could be
You
worse.
do, and they're very lucky.
What if they get hurt?
Yuisa, could I give you a bit of experiential advice?
Sure. I'm only like
That'd be
20 something. Or like, I don't know, 1,000 years old.
Not quite, but everybody gets hurt, everybody dies. It's a matter of when.
Yeah, but if it's different, if it's my fault.
Well, some people have died because it was my fault, and some people died because I couldn't do anything about it. It happens. The thing that you can focus on, it took me a very long time to learn this, is to not focus on what is going to happen when they die. It's to focus on the thing that took me so long to come up with standing here with you. Focus on what's going to happen with them while they live. You can't... If you focus on the end, you miss everything in the middle. And very, very subtly, he will put a hand on one of Discord's talons as he says this.
Just gonna do the 3 little squeezes with my talon.
Okay. Sure.
So, we live and we help the people that you care about live. The end is always going to happen. We have to right the middle.
Okay. Thank you. Just gonna hug precious stinky boy.
A little musk deer nuzzles close to you, checking your pockets, your shirt, looking for some oats.
She gives some oats.
As you all rest, you can go ahead and mark off your short rest on your sheets.
Oh, God.
And the time is up. The gate is still closing, or still glowing.
That's good to know. Okay. We ready to see who's behind door number 2?
Oh, please don't let... Please, not a tiger.
Please don't be a mimic.
Don't be a tiger.
Or
I'm hoping
slime.
it is none of those 3 things.
What if it's something worse? She'll say as she walks through it.
I just push her the rest of the way through.
All right, is everybody going through?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
One after another, you all step through the portal. And at first, it resists your intrusion. The magic bends and folds around you, fully encompassing each of you as you push forward. 1 step, 2 steps, 3. Each one feels laborious, as though the magic is uncertain of what direction you're meant to go. But you each hear a voice in your head as the back of an unseen hand brushes gently across your cheek.
Who is that?
Whom do you seek to guide in the darkness?
The flame.
You answer. And it's also almost as if the magic releases a little bit, allowing you to push further forward. What about the rest of you?
This will speak to this very comforting voice, if I may say so myself. Love.
You speak to this voice that echoed through your head. Love. And that magic that enveloped and folded around you almost gently urges you forward. You feel as though you're being guided to someone.
Sulong will, as he's walking, pause, cross his arms, and think real hard about it. My friends.
Sulong, the magic that has enveloped you. You feel a pat on your back. And you feel 3 points of light in the magic around you. Comforting. Almost beacons to the 3 hearts that guide yours. Louisa.
Lisa thinks about her father and her aunt and her uncle and Adat and Fiskort and Sulong and says, and precious Stinky Boy, my family.
You say, my family. And you feel the arms of someone tall envelop you and pull you close. You hear the laughter of an uncle in the distance. The witty joke of an aunt just on the horizon, beckoning you forward. It becomes a bit easier for you all to continue walking forward. This portal seems timeless, endless, deceptively spacious, but also confining. As another question rings through your heads. When time mountains fall and the flood waters rage, whom shall you turn to?
I would turn to Arat and ask him where fate would take us.
I turn to the community that I formed through my travels and ask them for help.
Turn to my heart and let them guide me.
I turn to those that stand beside me.
You say these things one by one, unable to hear if your friends are nearby, but somehow knowing that you all move through this space together. And as you do, one by one, you push through the moon gate, its magic clinging to you like a child tugging at its mother's skirts, and you set foot into a circular room. The walls are made of smooth white stone, and pale blue stones beneath your feet swirl in cloud-like patterns. In the center of the room is a moat of water, shimmering with the iridescent glow of 1,000 tiny lights floating above it. The lights dance and sparkle in the air, tracing chaotic paths between the two glowing orbs held by statues at either end of the moat. Arat, as you push your way through the gate and the toe of your boot makes contact with the stone floor, you feel for a moment the confinement of the same crystalline structure you had in your visions in Dulhan. Just for a moment, and then it shatters around you, and the roar of a raging battle and frantic screeching of bats fills your ears. As the rest of your foot makes contact with the floor, the sound abruptly ceases, and all you hear is the soft splash of water and the breathing of your companions around you. And that is where we will call it for today.
What an episode back.
I'm screaming, crying, and throwing up. Oh my god.
Oh
I didn't come
yeah.
here to play. Came here to GM.
You did, but a different kind of play.
I'm just around.
Sarah didn't come to play. They came to serve.
I can't say that word here.
We'll say it in the after show, though.
Yeah.
Ba-dam-bam.
Those of you on Patreon will hear the word.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, come to Patreon, everybody. You get to hear these children cuss like sailors and swear like drinking buddies. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, we are going to go ahead and go into our after show. If you would like to support this show or others like it on the channel, you can go to patreon.com/thehypegoblin, where we post behind the scenes content, some world building content that I did with each of these players. If you want to learn how I world build collaboratively with my players, all of those streams are up and available for patrons. You get ad-free episodes of the edited version of this game and the others that we play here, as well as behind-the-scenes content of my work. And some crafting videos that won't be going to YouTube. And I don't know, maybe you're going to get the behind-the-scenes sneak peeks of some home renovation projects that I'm going to be doing in the future. So if you want the inside scoop on what I'm up to and you want to support the show while you do it, $3 a month is our lowest tier. And it helps keep the lights on because running these shows is not cheap. Thank you to all our patrons and Twitch subscribers for your continued support. This show is made possible by listeners like you. Viscorth was played by Abby. Arat was played by Zachary Vaudo. Louisa was played by Alyssa Vamp. Sue Long was played by RJ. And your GM this evening was Sarah Roberts. Luck and Chaos is recorded live on Thursday nights. If you'd like to join us for a live recording, check out hypegoblin.com/events for the full live schedule. Links to cast social media, third-party supplements used in the game, affiliate links, and the show's Patreon are available in the episode description. A Twist of Fate, Luck and Chaos theme by Sneakernet is available now on Bandcamp. Don't forget to like and review this episode on your platform of choice, and we'll see you all in the next one.